In Unit 12, Part 3, we are talking about adding unlike fractions. So by unlike fractions, we mean the denominators are not the same to start with. So I'll do a couple examples. Make sure you ask me if you have any questions. For this section, I'm assuming that you know how to find a least common denominator. So if you need any help with that, make sure you ask. All right, so it says to find the sum or difference. We have 8/9 plus negative 10/21. Okay, so first thing I need to do is find the least common denominator. The least common denominator of these two is 63. So what I need to do is rewrite both of these with 63 as their denominator. So 9 times 7 gives me 63. So I do 8 times 7, which is 56. 21 times 3 gives me 63. Negative 10 times 3 is negative 30. So now I'm ready to go ahead and add these together. So I have 56 over 63 plus negative 30 over 63. So I can write 56 plus negative 30 in the numerator, 63 in the denominator. 56 plus negative 30, same thing, 56 minus 30, which is 26 over 63. I can't reduce that, so that's my final. For number 2, I have negative 3/4 and negative 5/18. My least common denominator is going to be 36. Again, if you're not sure how I got that, come ask me. So I have 3/4, which I'll rewrite as 27 over 36. I got that by multiplying by 9. And I have 5/18, which will become 10 over 36, and that's multiplying by 2. So I can rewrite this. I'll have negative 27 over 36 minus negative 10 over 36. Since I'm subtracting a negative, I can switch this to plus or positive. So I have negative 27 plus 10 over 36. When I do negative 27 plus 10, I get negative 17 over 36. I cannot reduce that at all, so that's my final. Alright, moving on to the next section. It says adding and subtracting unlike mixed numbers. So we have mixed numbers and unlike, meaning they don't have the same denominator. So for the first one, 1 3/4 and 4 3/14, my least common denominator is going to be 28. So the way I like to do it is I like to go and turn into improper fractions. So 1 3/4 is 7 over 4. 4 3/14 is 59 over 14. So to make 7 over 4 over 28, I need to multiply by 7. So that's going to give me 49 over 28. And then to make 59 over 14 something over 28, I'm going to get 118 over 28. So now I can go ahead and subtract. So I have 49 over 28 minus 118 over 28. So in my numerator, I can do 49 minus 118, all over 28. If you want, you can rewrite that 49 plus negative 118, whatever is easier for you. When I do that subtraction, I get negative 69 over 28, which I then need to turn into a mixed number. So when I do that, I get negative 2 and 13 over 28 for my final. Number 2, I will leave up to you guys. Going down to the bottom of the page. We're doing the same thing. Okay, we're adding and subtracting with unlike denominators, but now we have variables involved. So now we say we're going to simplify these expressions. So right now my least common denominator is of 6 and 5, so my LCD would be 30. So I need to take negative 7x over 6 and turn it into something over 30. Then I need to turn x over 5 into something over 30. So 6 times 5 gives me 30, so 7x times 5 is 35x. 5 times 6 is 30, x times 6 is 16. So now I can write out my subtraction. So I'll have negative 35x over 30 minus 6x over 30. Go ahead and write them. This goes in the numerator and 30 in the denominator. Again, if you want to rewrite this as plus negative 6x, that's totally up to you. When I simplify this, I'll get negative 41x over 30. And again, I leave it as an improper fraction because I have a variable involved. I do not change that. So go ahead and write this down. I'm going to erase it and give myself room for the other one. So for number 4, I have 4 over 8x and 5 over 3x. My LCD is going to be 24x. Again, if you don't know how I got that, make sure you ask me, but I'm assuming you already know how to do that. So I'm going to go over here just so I have some more room. So 4 over 8x and 5 over 3x need to become something over 24x. So 8 times 3 gives me 24x. 4 times 3 is 12. 3x times 8 is 24x. 5 times 8 is 40. And then this is a pretty straightforward one because I'm just adding them together. So I'll do 12 plus 40 in my numerator, 24x in my denominator. So I will get 52 over 24x. Now I can reduce that, but I'm not turning it into a mixed number. Both of those can be divided by 4. So I get 13 over 6. Flipping over to the back side, just a couple word problems. It says the width of a rectangle is 1 3/4 feet. The rectangle is 2.5 feet longer than it is wide. Okay. What is the length of the rectangle? So we're given the width, we're given 1 3/4, and we're told that it's 2.5 feet longer, so we're going to add 2.5 feet to it. So I'm going to start by finding my LCD. I have 4 and 2, so my LCD is 4. Again, I like to write them as improper fractions. So 1 and 3/4 will become 7 over 4. 2.5 will become 5 over 2. And then 7 over 4 already has one of these common denominator. 5 over 2 becomes 10 over 4. So I have 7/4 plus 10/4, which will give me 17 over 4. And then to write that as a mixed number, I'm getting 4 into 1/4. Number 2, I'll leave for you guys to try, and then there's review problems down here at the bottom. Make sure you get them all done, get them all graded.